Why you keep waiting to feel ready. The psychological trap that quietly steals your life. How much of your life is currently on hold? The business you want to start. The difficult conversation you need to have. The career change you've been dreaming about. The boundaries you know you should set. The book you want to write. The life you want to build. Many of us tell ourselves the same story. I'll do it when I feel ready. But what if that feeling never comes? What if feeling ready is one of the biggest psychological illusions keeping you stuck? There is a quiet lie that shapes more lives than failure ever does. It sounds responsible. It sounds wise. It even sounds mature. I'm just waiting for the right time. At first, that sentence feels comforting because it gives us permission to delay without admitting that we're afraid. We tell ourselves we are preparing, researching, planning, learning, waiting. But sometimes, what we call preparation is actually sophisticated procrastination. Not because we're lazy, because we're protecting ourselves from uncertainty. The human brain is designed to predict outcomes. It loves certainty. It loves familiar routines. It loves knowing what happens next. Every time we consider doing something new, the brain immediately begins asking questions. What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I'm not good enough? What if I regret it? These questions aren't signs that you're incapable. They're signs that your brain is trying to keep you safe. The problem is that the brain often defines safety as familiarity. Not happiness, not growth, just familiarity. That's why people stay in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, habits that no longer serve them, environments they've already outgrown. Because familiar discomfort often feels safer than unfamiliar possibility. Think about that for a moment. Many people aren't choosing what makes them happy. They're choosing what feels predictable. Growth has always required walking into uncertainty. No one feels completely ready to become a parent, to start a business, to move to a new city, to forgive someone who hurt them, to speak in public, to begin therapy, to leave an unhealthy relationship, to chase a dream that matters. Readiness is rarely the beginning of courage. More often, courage creates readiness. This is one of the greatest paradoxes of human psychology. Action changes emotions more often than emotions create action. Many people believe confidence comes first, then action follows. But in reality, confidence usually arrives after repeated action. A child doesn't become confident before learning to walk. They become confident because they keep falling and getting back up. The same principle applies throughout life. Waiting to feel confident before taking action is like waiting to become fit before going to the gym. The process creates the feeling, not the other way around. Perfectionism quietly strengthens this trap. Perfectionism doesn't always say everything has to be perfect. Sometimes it whispers something much more believable. Just wait a little longer. One more course. One more certification, one more month, one more improvement. Before long, years have passed. The opportunity hasn't disappeared, but your belief in yourself slowly has. Not because you lacked ability, because hesitation became your identity. There's another hidden cost to waiting. Every delayed decision quietly teaches your brain something. It says, maybe I really can't handle this. The longer avoidance continues, the more convincing that story becomes. Avoidance temporarily reduces anxiety, but it permanently strengthens fear. Every time you avoid something difficult, your brain receives a message that the situation must have been dangerous. Every time you face it, even imperfectly, your brain begins learning something new. Maybe I can survive uncertainty after all. This is how resilience develops, not through comfort, through experience. Modern culture often celebrates overnight success. What it rarely shows are the years of awkward beginnings, the failed attempts, the rejected ideas. the uncertain first steps. We compare our invisible beginning to someone else's visible success. Then we conclude we're behind. But every expert once felt unqualified. Every confident speaker once stumbled over their words. Every successful entrepreneur once questioned themselves. Every emotionally healthy person once had to confront uncomfortable truths. The difference wasn't that they felt ready. The difference was that they stopped waiting for permission. Another reason we wait is because we believe making the wrong decision is worse than making no decision. But life rarely works that way. Most decisions are adjustable. Most mistakes are recoverable. Most failures are educational. What cannot be recovered is the time spent waiting for absolute certainty. There is something deeply freeing about accepting that you do not need all the answers before taking the first step. You only need enough clarity for the next step. Life unfolds one decision at a time, not all at once. Imagine driving at night. Your headlights only illuminate a short distance ahead, yet you can travel hundreds of kilometers. Not because you can see the entire road, because you trust the next visible section. Life asks us to do the same. One conversation, one application, one boundary, one chapter, one workout, one apology, one decision. Momentum is built through ordinary steps repeated consistently, not extraordinary moments performed perfectly. Perhaps the greatest shift you can make is changing the question. Instead of asking, "Am I ready?" ask, "Am I willing to begin before I feel ready?" Because willingness is far more powerful than certainty. Readiness is a feeling. Willingness is a choice. Feelings change. Choices create direction. Beloved, your future is not waiting for a perfect version of you to arrive. It is waiting for the present version of you to take one honest step forward. You do not need complete confidence to begin. You do not need guaranteed success to move. You do not need everyone else's approval to build the life that matters to you. Growth has never belonged to those who waited until fear disappeared. It has always belonged to those who learn to walk alongside it. Stop asking whether you are ready. Start asking whether you are willing. Because one small step taken today will always carry you further than 1,000 perfect plans that never leave your mind. Your life is not meant to be rehearsed forever. At some point, you must stop preparing for the life you want and begin living it.